Hey, what's up? Simon Kelly here. In this video, what I want to do is walk you through how I review my week. Now, this is something I've been doing for quite some time, a little bit inconsistently, but it's something I'm wanting to really fold into my weekly routine because I've seen just how impactful it can be, and I'm also working towards a particular 13-week goal. So I want to be checking in every week and just seeing what's working well, what I can do to improve to really build momentum. So if you're someone that's working towards something, you want to achieve something, and you want to learn about how to potentially have a weekly review session that's going to be able to help you learn and improve, then watch the rest of this video where I'll share with you a couple of tips to help you do just that. So what's really inspired this is that I was looking, well, it's the beginning of the new financial year here in Australia. So I was looking for a way to just focus towards a particular objective for the next quarter. Now, in the coaching program that I'm a coach in Mavericks Club, what we've got is something called a flight plan, which is where we map out the 5 dials, which is to do with revenue and monthly recurring and important numbers, and then 3 key projects, what your vision is, what the theme is, and then weekly action items to help you move towards progress all the time. Like, it's consistently up there, it's up on my wall. So that is a good focal point, but I was looking for something with a bit more of like a daily and weekly structure. So I previously had purchased the BestSelf journal from bestself.co, which I think is a brilliant journal. And I was going to purchase that, but unfortunately it's sold out on the website. So I managed to find a PDF version. I downloaded that. I was looking at using it on my iPad, and I was like, oh, I really want something that's just focused, like something tactile, something I can like in journal form or something like that I can carry around with me, or at least have on my desk so it's visible and available. So I found the PDF of that, and I've just printed out the weekly review pages. It's not a particularly fancy looking, anywhere near as nice as the Best Self journal, but just have the goal setting part and the weekly review pages here. Now here, I just completed this just before this video. So here is here's a quick view of it, but then I'll just read it out. So it's got the habits at the top, and I'm actually tracking my habits in something else. Something along the lines of the Atomic Habits habit tracking system from James Clear. So I'm tracking my habits elsewhere, but here would be quite nice. I might do that next week. We'll see how we go. So it's habit, activity, and then have you checked that off every day? And the first question we've got here is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy were you with this week and why? The next one is, what were your 3 big wins for the week? Then review your goal and assess your progress. Did you spend time on the right things? If not, how will you improve next week? And then what was the biggest lesson that you learned this week? And then underneath it's got tracking, and then 1 to 13 to show you like what week you're in on the way to your goal. So this is nicely packaged, and I really like the way that this is framed. So what I do is at the end of every Friday, I have half an hour to an hour where I'll turn everything off, apart from recording this. I'll turn everything off and I'll focus on reviewing my week. I'll have a look at my calendar, I'll have a look at my projects and the task that I've ticked off in Asana. I've got a report saved that shows me the last 7 days of completed tasks. But combining those things together, and maybe through my journal, just see if there's anything that's kind of come up to spark my memory of the week, some things that I will have no doubt forgotten. So just keep my memory of the week fresh, and then go through this process to see what's worked well, what can I do to improve, and then or what didn't work so well, and then what can I do next week to build momentum even faster and continue to grow. So from doing that, on a scale of 1 to 10, I put 7, because taking action on a particular project that's really useful. I found, I discovered through trial and error, I guess. One thing that's going to really move me closer towards my goals at the moment is there's quite a bit of client work that's been open for quite some time, and I've been looking at different planning systems and different ways of doing work, and really the harsh truth is you got to knuckle down and just actually do the work. So that's a focus for me every day, is actually just completing that work and not looking at all times for the best way to do it. I can get caught up in that. Printing out this self what is it, Best Self Journal Planner is actually something I put on the list because it's giving me focus for the next quarter, which I'm really excited for. Got a bit of structure in there, so it's one less decision to make. I've also been practicing NLP every day. I'm currently studying Master Prac with James Sakalas, which is absolutely amazing. It's been so good, and there's just a week and a half left of that. So I'm really practicing, getting it into my body, and going back through previous notes to keep it fresh. And I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm proud of myself for doing that. 3 big wins was focusing on this quarterly goal and daily action. Had some really good coaching calls this week. It's been amazing. Like, I've been thinking that I'm not really providing value in the coaching call, but then getting quite good feedback, and seemingly things are working with a little less effort from both ends, more questions, more active listening, and it just seems to be working quite well. And I've got a renewed focus on my own business, which is fantastic. I'm inspired and excited, and I've got a little bit of extra time to dedicate to growing my business, so I'm really excited for that. And looking at my goals and assessing my progress, spent time on the right things. I'm actually going to say 60%. There's quite a lot of stuff that I did, but it's like it's not really huge moving the needle stuff. It's been good and it's necessary, but I think I can move things a bit faster. So what I'm going to do to improve next week is connect with a trusted advisor for some feedback on a business plan. So what I mean by trusted advisor is like a coach, someone I might have worked with previously, someone who I respect, friend. I'm not sure exactly who it's going to be. I've got some ideas, but just to connect with them and just let them know like where I'm headed, ask what they're up to, and just see if I can get some advice or guidance, or just have a chat. And biggest lesson this week was making decisions ahead of time, such as like setting up some goals, setting up some structure, decision made. I can just get to it now instead of trying to think about things all the time. There's a big difference between like planning to do work and working. And once it's planned and locked in, you can just get to work and get stuff done. And also excellence over perfection. I put in here as well as something that I do sometimes need to be reminded of, kind of like the entrepreneurship of shipping early and getting feedback early instead of just waiting, getting something perfect and making all these different adjustments. All right, so I hope that's been helpful at a look into how I review my week to build momentum and progress towards my goals. If you're just getting started with doing something like this, there's a really simple framework. It's just plus, minus, next. So what went well, what didn't go so well, and then what will you do next time? It's a really simple method. You can do that daily. You can do it after conversations. You can do it weekly, whatever. That's a great way when you're just getting started with reviewing and doing like momentum focused reviews and planning. But if you're looking for something a bit more robust, spending some time, half an hour or so every week, scheduling that in with yourself like an appointment is a great way to go through this process and really build some positive momentum towards your goals. I'd love to know how you go about setting your goals or reviewing your week or keeping yourself on track and motivated. Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video and found something useful in this, and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until next time, I'm Simon Kelly. Catch you later.